Hello and welcome to Lego Majora, where we race cars. Yes, back to the old days, old karting days. So this is round 1 of this year's Nations Cup. Actually, it should have been the official season, but due to COVID-19, stage 1 was turned into an exhibition season. So it doesn't count for the official season, fortunately. But still, I had a lot of fun in this race, and you're going to see that in a moment. So qualifying didn't go very well, only 18th on the grid. So that means I need to fight myself back up the order. It will be difficult though, because this rolling start caused the field to split up, so now we have sort of 2 groups, and you can see on the left side that I'm 9 seconds behind the leader already without doing anything. So that sucks. Less competitive racing. Polyphony need to change that in the next game. I think they're not going to change that in this game. So for now we have to deal with it, unfortunately. Standing starts are good though. The field is always bunched up in those kind of starts. So maybe more standing starts though. It's not, that decision is not up to me. Enough of that. Yeah, lap 2, just sitting behind and watching field bunching up a bit, trying to keep up with them so I can be involved in the battle right away when it happens. And yeah, slipstream, always the same case. 1.5 seconds within the car front and you have slipstream, so not a big worry right now. And there go. People are going to squabble a little bit already. Here, Michi didn't have a lot of speed, and I tried to run the outside, but still need to leave the space. But that corner is just really difficult around the outside. It's just almost impossible. So he takes place back, and we had our first victim of the wall on the last corner already. TX3 Survey also got a penalty for it, for hitting the barrier. We were fortunate for him, but up into 7th place for us. So about that one corner, yeah, here you gotta straight. You need to scrub as little speed as possible, so as little steering input as possible. And that here I went through it without problems, but it is really difficult to do that because this car is very sensitive. So the pole sitter ERM Alvaro Mas has a 1.5 second penalty, probably for also hitting the outside barrier, because he went back quite quickly. So up into 16th place, going up the order a bit rather slowly, but with certainty. So here, taking a look at not trying to hit him, of course. It will ruin our race. So in those carts, you can have very close battling, but you need to be very careful, because it can go wrong quite quickly when you make a mistake. So we're looking down the inside, and yeah, into third gear. Normally I'm taking the first corner into fourth gear, which is more stable, but I need to do it in third gear, otherwise I didn't have so much speed. But you saw it, the car is very unstable in low gear. And yeah, Alvaro Mas goes through actually around the outside. Bit of embarrassing for me, but he's the bullshitter. That's an excuse, you know. Yeah, not what I want actually. So here down the inside of those two guys again, they were going a bit slowly through the corner. And Fons serves the penalty, so 15th place it is, because Alvaro took the place back immediately with the slipstream. And you can see in front a bit of a train, which is quite funny to see. So a few laps later, Steven has been given a 4-second penalty, so he will serve that into 14th place. But we've got Fons next to us, so need to watch out for that. Don't touch each other. Yes, that goes well, but here into this corner he has the inside, so not really difficult for him. Although I got a better exit and I went for it, and we made a little contact, but I think it's racing. Especially in karts, it should be allowed. But here it's really kicking off. Everyone starts battling more. The field is getting more bunched up, and we're getting closer to the leaders. 6 seconds now, 5.9, and still sitting behind, waiting for things to kick off a bit, and also defending from the guy behind, but it doesn't go well. And everyone gets involved with each other, which is good for us, so we can get involved as well. And Momos turns to the left quite aggressively, touches Mishi, and Duffer got a penalty for it. Really weird. Penalty system was not fixed at this moment. A few days later, there was maintenance, and I haven't done a race since that. But I heard that it hasn't gone really better. A bit unfortunate to hear that, but I still need to experience it, so I can really say my opinion. So it's 12th place already, and I need to remind you that I started 18th, so making good progress. And here, looking down the inside of Michi, but he has a slipstream, so he goes through as well as Fonks, because he was right behind him. And back to 13th place. Not a big worry, because it's just a case of giving and taking in this race. And here side by side, and last corner you need to keep the throttle down. I think I managed to do that, so didn't get a bad exit. Need to watch out behind me though. And the radar, the right button, is doing a bit weird with karts. Like normal cars, the arrows don't go into each other when you're right behind, and in karts they do. which is a bit confusing. So I actually should have looked more, made more use of the look back function, so I can guess where he is. And I'm also in this race getting a bit more confidence in the kart, going faster every time, every lap. You can see the lap times because we're battling, but believe me, I did gain confidence in this race, over the course of this race. So I'm starting to to make my moves, let's say that. Yeah, sorry for that. Here, nothing happening really, but that will happen shortly, I think. So still staying in the slipstream and catching up to the leader. It's a good strategy, I think, a good tactic, because that's the best way of catching up to the group in front without too many battling. So it isn't a problem. Onto the following lap now, trying to keep Steven behind, and behind Steven is Paquette, who is also involved in the battle. He made a mistake at the last corner, touching the barrier, I think, and he was involved with the battle, the group in front, as we go up 2 places. So also need to watch out for him, I guess. Well, I think he is not a big worry, but still behind Michi here, and we're certainly catching up to the group in front, 5.2 seconds. And actually some guys were involved in this battle have catching up already, as like the pole sitter, and so they've done a really good job. Fortunately, not a good job for us. And Michi got a penalty because I was down the inside of him, and we made contact because Paquette tried to sort of dive down the inside. Really unfortunate. It could happen. It was not really clean of Paquette, in my opinion. But here in the slipstream, going to the inside, he doesn't really defend me, but he just turns in on me like a complete idiot. So I got a penalty, of course, because the penalty system was broken at this point, really broken. Getting the fault of it, getting the fault of the game. So yeah, just really unfortunate. So I was into the 9th place before I got a penalty, and when I got a penalty, but now need to serve it back to 14th place with 15th actually, make it 16th with 1 lap to go, a bit more than 1 lap. So I thought, well, that's the race sort of threw away. Back to where I sort of started, only 2 places higher. So I thought there was no chance to get back up front again, but here, those guys were, yeah, I don't know what they did, but they turned into each other, I think. And Paquette was involved, so I guess that's his blame again, his fault again, I don't know. But good for us, into 14th place, and yeah, the group this little group is a bit of bunched up, so anything can wrong here on the can get wrong here on the last lap. Wi-Fi password went off track, and Steven went wide, so that's still into 12th place from 16th in one lap, which is quite funny. And also the pole sitter won the race. He fell back to our group and he managed to win the race, so well done to him. So there was a very fun race, 6 places won, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.